We now give you the top stories happening in Myanmar. I'm Randolf Jamias. Union Peace-Making Work Committee and Chin National Front held second coordination meeting at Myanmar Peace Center in Yangon from 7 to 9 December. It was also attended by international observers. The committee agreed 27 out of 31 points proposed by Chin National Front. For the remaining 4 points, the meeting agreed to keep them as record and later discussed at the next meetings. The meeting mainly discussed the President's guidelines for ceasefire, holding political dialogues and conference with the participation of all the national races. Apart from non-disintegration of the Union, non-disintegration of national solidarity, and perpetuation of sovereignty, the two sides agreed to add more points that could guarantee flourishing of democracy and equality. On the 9th, both sides agreed 27 points, including agreements for Chin national affairs, such as the designation of Chin National Day and Chin State Day. Moreover, they agreed more cooperation of the Union government, Chin State government, and Chin National Front for national reconciliation, human rights, environmental conservation, military affairs, Chin State development, and socio-cultural affairs. The General Secretary of Chin National Front also stated at the press that the peace talks also discussed ceasefire with Kachin State. The Union government gives priority for peacemaking and ceasefire agreement with Kachin State. In other news, the Ministry of Border Affairs has been implementing programs for border areas, urban and rural areas development, human resource development in collaboration with UN organizations, international government organizations, INGOs, and respective region state governments and departments. Since 1994, the Ministry of Border Affairs and Vietnamese National Resource Affairs Committee have been cooperating in culture, education, and economic sectors with the aims to promote bilateral friendship, unity, and stability to contribute regional stability and world peace. Through mutual cooperation agreement, experience will be shared and will enhance economic development, poverty alleviation, and preservation of traditional culture. On 10 December, Union Minister Lieutenant General Tente gave a speech at signing ceremony of MOU amendment between the Ministry of Border Affairs and the Vietnamese National Resource Affairs Committee. Vice Chairman of National Resource Affairs Committee of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam, Son Minh Thang, elaborated on the agreement and spoke words of thanks. Deputy Minister Major General Zo Win and Son Minh Thang signed the agreement. On separate occasion, the Union Minister and Son Minh Thang exchanged views for extended cooperation in respective sectors. Meanwhile, one of 8 Millennium Development Goals set by 1996 FAO Conference is reduction of poverty and starvation by half in year 2015. Myanmar is striving to attain this MDG goal by reducing current poverty level at 26% to 16% by the year 2015. For agriculture, rural development, and poverty alleviation tasks, Myanmar is also facing the threats of natural disasters as a result of climate change. Union Minister for Agriculture and Irrigation Umi Hlaing gave a speech at Lift National Knowledge Forum and Seminar on Priorities in Agriculture Development of Myanmar, held at the ministry in Naypyidaw on 10th of December. He continued that Myanmar has fine weather, geographic conditions, and land resources to cultivate the crops. 70% of the population are living in rural areas. They earn their living on agriculture and livestock breeding. In Myanmar, more than 32 million people are engaged in agriculture sector. Out of total land area, only 18% are arable land. Therefore, Myanmar has a big challenge to expand agricultural activities. Union Minister for Environmental Conservation and Forestry U Win Tun also gave a speech saying that agricultural crops are usually annual and harvested after 6 months. In this manner, agricultural crops consume high amounts of nutrients in the soil. After years of cultivation, there is apparent depletion of nutrients in the agricultural soil. Consequently, food security will be a great challenge to the ever-increasing population. Union Minister for National Planning and Economic Development Dr. Kanza, Swedish Ambassador to Myanmar Christoph Bergner, Resident Representative of FAO VT Land, and Chairman of Lift Fund Veronique Lorenzo discussed on agriculture, livestock and breeding, as well as environmental conservation sectors. The union ministers and party viewed the agricultural booths displayed at the office. Resource persons read out the papers and answered all the questions during the seminar. Moving on, Utility Jade, Jewelries and Pearls Emporium 2012 continued its second day at Maniyadana Jade Hall in Naypyidaw on Monday. The Emporium was packed with merchants from home and abroad. Jade lots will be sold in Myanmar currency and gems, and pearls lots will be sold in foreign currency through price bidding. Central Committee of the Emporium supervised for convenience and competitive bidding systems. Myanmar Telecommunication Services also facilitated with auto-exchange telephones and prepaid card counters for easy access of communication. So far, 2,731 domestic entrepreneurs and 40 foreign entrepreneurs have attended the Emporium. The Emporium will be open until 11 December. More news are coming up. Please stay tuned.